Hi guys, it's Cyndi, aka Disney Queen. Today we're going to discuss all the new happenings at Walt Disney World for the 50th anniversary. Since the last time we talked, today is October 1st, and the new shows are beginning. They did do a premiere of Harmonious and of Enchantment yesterday evening, and I have had a chance to kind of look at them. And I'm going to kind of give you my first impressions of them. I did a whole spill, thought I was recording and wasn't recording. So now I'm going to try it again. Anyway, so let's start with Magic Kingdom. I am a Wishes girl. Have been from the very moment that I saw Wishes for the first time back in 1998 when we went to Disney for the first time. And then over time, it was like the fireworks show that I looked forward to seeing. I loved especially seeing it at Ohana because we always went around the time that the fireworks show was going to be piped in to the Polynesian Resort. And so it has very fond memories for me. When they said that they were switching to Happily Ever After, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I did get a chance to see it in person when we went about 3 years ago. And so it didn't hold the same memory for me that Wishes does because Wishes was around for so long, but I really enjoyed Happily Ever After. Like the first song, when I heard it for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, that song is just beautiful. And it kind of, let's see, it like paved the way for the rest of the fireworks show. And so after that, I was hooked. So when they said that they were going to be replacing it for the 50th anniversary, I had mixed feelings, but I was willing to give it a chance. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still willing to give it a chance. I did watch it last night, and I will say this. I feel like it needs like a little tweaking. Like something was just off, but I can't tell you what that something was. But until I see it in person, I'm not willing to just say I hate it outright and I don't ever want to see it again, or I'm not going to go see it if I'm given a chance. I don't know how long it's going to be around. They haven't really said if it's only going to be for the 50th anniversary and then they're going to do something different. We'll just have to wait and see. But for the most part, I'm willing to wait to see it in person, and then I feel like I can give you my full my full feelings on whether I think it is a good fireworks show. Now, Epcot. You guys know Epcot is my park, and it's going through a lot of changes. It's got a new store. Thank goodness the Cool Station is back. It doesn't have my fountain anymore, but the entrance to Epcot looks so much better now that they moved the stone things out of the way. So I am really excited about all of the changes that are coming to Epcot. I wasn't at first because, like I said, Epcot is my park. Like, I love Magic Kingdom. Hollywood Studios is okay. Animal Kingdom is okay, but Epcot is my place. And when they started talking about tearing Epcot apart, I just felt it like deep in my heart, and it just tore me up. Having said that, last night I watched Harmonious. I think that's how it's pronounced. And so here's the thing. I love me some Illuminations. Like, it was the very first fireworks at Disney that I got to see. I think I saw that before I even saw Wishes at Magic Kingdom. And I just loved it. I loved the music. I loved the fireworks in cooperation with the music. Like, I mean, I brought the soundtrack to it That's how much I loved it. And so I understand it had been around for a long time, and it was probably time for it to be, you know, it was probably time for it to be replaced, but it just hurt. I'm just gonna tell you, it hurt. And so the first time I watched it last night, I watched it on the Disney Parks website. And it just did not. I think because I was such an Illuminations girl that I was trying not to like it, if that makes sense. So I got up this morning and I noticed that Tim Tracker had posted a video about the happenings for the 50th anniversary, and it looked like he was going to be in the parks for the show, the surprise, because I think a lot of people really didn't know that they were going to actually show Harmonious that night. And so I watched his video, and I'm not sure if he was the person who created it or just one of the people that was working on it. But the guy that he interviewed at the end, just before he showed Harmonious, really laid out what they were trying to get across about Harmonious. I'm going to put a link to Tim Tracker's video so that you can watch it for yourself if you'd like to see it. I know some people don't like to see the fireworks shows or the parades and things before they actually see it in person. But if you're someone who has already seen it, you're kind of on the fence and really not sure. Like, I heard a lot of people say that the storylines really didn't make sense, and they didn't like the fact that they were using Disney songs, but it was in other languages. But the way this guy described it, it explained so much to me, and it kind of made more sense to me after I heard what he had to say about it. But it also resonated with something that I noticed when I watched it the first time, which was I kind of see where Disney is going with connecting the characters from the movies that we love with the different countries at Epcot. And I know that some people don't like that. They just want, it to be about the countries. But I will say this. For future generations, I think they kind of need that connection. So a lot of people have always said that they like Epcot, but there was nothing for their children. So when Disney started putting like Frozen into Epcot's Future World, and then they started putting, the Frozen characters were at the Norway Pavilion. I kind of get where they're going with it. And then after listening to the gentleman that was interviewed by Tim, I get it even more. So I'm willing to give it a chance. I think the only thing that I wish, because you guys know how I was about the castle. Like, I just hated the pink on the castle. I get where they're going with the castle now because it's completed and it blends in with what their plans were for the 50th anniversary. I get that. I still prefer the castle the way it used to look, but I get it now. And I think that's what it is with Harmonies, however you call it. I get it, where they're trying to go with the fireworks and the displays. The only thing I wish that they would have done differently, I wish they had made a way for those barges to disappear during the day. Because guys, it's just like a big eyesore. I'm not going to change my mind on that one. I used to love being able to walk over to World Showcase and then see the lake in the middle and the boats going back and forth. And now, and see the other lands across the water. So now you look and you see this big barge, not just one, but 4, or is it 5? It's, it just takes away from the scenery. So that is my opinion of Harmonious, or however you call it. And I'm willing to give it a chance. I actually did like the fact that there were singers singing in their languages the different songs that we've gotten used to. So that didn't bother me at all. I did think that the lighting and things were very beautiful when you look at it from afar at night. I feel like depending on where you stand is going to make the difference as to how you see the show. And that's going to be really important. And so I have a feeling that there are going to be certain areas that are going to be like featured areas that maybe you even in time that, you know, you're not going to be able to get to because it's going to be a part of some dinner show or something. So the one that I was most disappointed in, I know a lot of people were disappointed with the fireworks at Magic Kingdom, and a lot of people were disappointed with the show at Epcot. But okay, but I gotta tell you, I think the most disappointing thing for me was the kites at Animal Kingdom. I'm not even going to say I'm going to wait until I get there to give my opinion on that one, because the video, okay, hopefully they can tweak that and it can get better. But my first impression was, it reminded me of SeaWorld. I'll just be honest. It just reminded me of some of the not so great shows that I've seen, like at SeaWorld and even at Universal Studios, when people have done shows out on the water. And I understand that the video that I saw was like a first run for an audience, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the first run for the people who are doing it. And at one point, one of the kites was landed on the area where people sit. At one point, at the end of it, and it even ended kind of weird. The kite, they just let the kite loose in the water. So here's the thing. And this is kind of what I was doing while I was watching it. I think it has a potential to be cute, but the kites look kind of cheesy. That's first of all. There didn't seem to be any consistency to the storyline, if there was supposed to be a storyline. I'm not really sure. I think the kids may find it kind of cute. So if you need like a little break with your children and just need something for them to look at, and maybe toddlers, they might like it. But I had really hoped that that area would get something like really great for people to come and watch. And I don't think the kites are it. You know, that's just my personal opinion, and I could be wrong. So if you go and see that, you let me know too. So 50th merchandise. What do I say? I love a lot of the merchandise that is out. It looks wonderful. It looks cute. There were a couple of pieces that I really, really, really wanted a chance to get, even if I had to send somebody to get it. But guys, the merchandise is disappearing off the shelf so doggone fast. It's ridiculous. Like, I understand that we all want a piece of the magic. I really do. I don't know if it's on Disney's end or if it's just is it the shoppers? I'm not sure. But if you're going to have an event for 18 months, let's make sure that we have product for 18 months. So I get the hype of items that are going to be limited. You have to create some kind of buzz. That's how you make money. I understand that. But some things fly off the shelf so fast. because people have figured out how to get around the 2-person limit. Um, and you know that people are going to want these things, and people are going to want these things who come, 5 months from now or a year from now. It's going to be for 18 months. So are we not going to have products in 18 months? That's kind of disappointing. And so I'm hoping that in time more things will come in, but I'm seeing stuff just kind of fly off the shelf. So as soon as it comes in, if you're not there that week, then the chance of you actually being able to get something is kind of slim. I don't even know if some of the stuff is even making it to Shop Disney. If it is, it's gone as soon as it gets to Shop Disney too. So I don't know. I will say this. If any of my friends would like to pick me up a Minnie Mouse popcorn bucket, please do, because I saw a picture of the bucket this morning, and Minnie, so there's a Mickey one and there's a Minnie one, and then there's the balloon ones in different colors. Oh my goodness. Like, take all my money, Disney. Just take it all. That Why do we want popcorn buckets just to display? Can somebody explain that to me? Like, what is it that makes us, just gotta have it? I mean, that might explain why things go so fast, and then when people get to the parks, there's nothing for them because we gotta have it. We don't need it, but we gotta have it. So, Creation Shop, which used to be Mouse Gear, reopened at Epcot, and Cool Club opened at Epcot. Reopened at Epcot. If you don't know what Club Cool is, I don't know where you've been, but it's back. You can still taste Beverly. Apparently, there are new sodas to taste, and so I saw the new setup. I like the new setup. First day that it came out, the line was out like crazy, which I find funny because a lot of people, when it first came out, a lot of people either didn't know about it or didn't care about it because they were on their way to get on a ride. And so it's funny to me now, years later, because we went to Club Cool from like the very, very beginning. And we went back when it had like an Eskimo plastic thing in front of it, and when you walk through, there was this cold area, and there was like this Stonehenge guy that was frozen in order for you to get to it. How many people remember that far back when Club Cool was around? And so watching people last week like stand in line for 2 hours to get a taste of the different sodas, it was just funny to me. But it's back, and it has lots of neat merchandise. Again, why do we feel like we had to have every merchandise that comes out? Disney, man, y'all just know how to get us. And now, instead of like little circular areas, there's a wall of the machines that you can try out, and there's all these different flavors that you can try out. So it's definitely on my list of places that I want to see, because it's a spot that my family has always enjoyed. Like I said, Mouse Gear is now Creation Shop. Let's see, what do I say about Creation Shop? It looks very clean and sleek and updated, and I will have to wait till I get there to see what I really think. I did like a lot of the merchandise that I saw. I thought that the Epcot merchandise, like that's related to Epcot, and looks like the spaceship Earth Ball, I thought that a lot of those were neat. I'm pretty sure that by the time I go, those items will probably be something different. But the murals on the wall were really pretty. I like the Mickey icons up. I will say, I'm just a nostalgia. I'm just one of those old-fashioned nostalgic people who like nostalgic stuff. So for me, I love Epcot. I know that it needed an upgrade. I know that um, Harmonious was something that needed to happen. I understand wanting to integrate things more for young people so that they will want to go to that part of the park. But I will say, as much as I'm okay with change, I hate that so many things have to change. But I am excited about what's happening. I cannot wait to go and see it for myself. So you will have to tell me, what are you most excited about that you see happening at Disney for the 50th anniversary? We've been talking about it for months now, and now it's actually here, and it just, I mean, I'm just so excited to see all of the things that they're going to show. I know that there are a lot of people who have now already gone to the new space restaurant. For the life of me, I cannot remember the name of it right this minute. I will honestly say I can't see me paying, I think it's like $75 to go to that particular restaurant, because okay, I'll just be honest. It reminds me of the Coral Reef restaurant, where, you know, they have the big windows where you can see the fish, and I don't eat seafood, and so I just could never see myself going there and then eating fish in front of fish. But hey, that's just me. So when I see the space, I have to put the name of it here because I cannot remember it. When I see that, it looks neat, but having seen it on someone else's video, I'm like, oh, that looks neat, but it doesn't make me necessarily want to go see it for myself. So unless my family was to just say, yeah, we really would like to go do that, I don't know that I would ever actually go. Now, I think it was yesterday, which would have been September 30th. I cannot believe it's October. So yesterday they announced that there were going to be new Magic bands, and they're going to be interactive with all of the celebration things that are going on during the 50th anniversary. Now, they won't come out until next year. So yeah, if you're going this year, you're going to kind of miss it. And I don't know, I guess my question was, one, so after the 50th is over, what is it going to interact with? Because they're like $78. So I need you to like tell the time or something. So that'll be interesting to see. And also, what exactly will it do when it interacts with things during the celebration, like the statues? Okay, so what happens when the statues are gone? It's just a regular Magic band that you paid $78 for? Y'all know I'm all about that budget, and that's a little outside my budget. So let's see, what else? There was one more thing. Oh, the Wave. So the Contemporary Resort showed its new lobby area. Some people actually got a chance to stay in one of the new rooms at the resort, because, you know, it had like to scrim up for a long time, and they've been working on it. There are new murals in the lobby, and the Wave has been changed to, is it Steakhouse 77, I believe? And I saw a couple of people do reviews on that. Now, I think that if I had to choose a place to go, I would probably go there. I do like the Contemporary. I do like the look of the Contemporary as it is now. And I do like steak. But I think the difference between that one and the Space Restaurant is I like the look of how they redid the Wave. So I know that sounds crazy to pick a place based on how it looks, But for me, the theme is important. And I think when I think of space, I don't necessarily think of steak, but the way that this Steakhouse 77, which I think that's what it's called, looks, it looks interesting enough that I would say, yeah, I wouldn't mind going there and eating. So I'm really looking forward to maybe putting that on a list. Again, I have to check with my family to see. If you stay tuned, next week we'll be talking about budgeting for dining at Disney, and I will be talking about where we would like to go on our next trip. So you'll have to stay tuned for that video. So Steakhouse 77, I think that would be one, if the family were interested in it, that I would consider. Because like I said, I do like the Contemporary Resort, and it looked interesting to me. I'm sure by the time that we talk again, there will be even more news out and about Disney. I'm telling you guys, there is so much going on at Disney right now that it just makes your head spin. I am looking forward to seeing everyone's videos because I am living vicariously through you. I'm just excited that when I do finally get to go, there'll be so many new things happening. They finally announced what is it, Star something Galactica? I won't be getting on it because it's a roller coaster and I don't do roller coasters, but they did announce an opening date for that. So that's something for people to look forward to. Yeah, there's just so much going on. I think we already talked about the Fast Pass changing and all of that in our last video. If you haven't seen that, I will put a link below for that. By the next time that we chat about Disney, perhaps there will be more information on that. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And if you'd like to know when the next video comes out, all you have to do is hit that little subscription. All you have to do is hit that little notification bell below. So until I see you the next time, have a blessed day, guys. Bye.